My nice guy roommate ruined his own date and blamed me for it. Hey, Reddit. This is a story about my roommate Tom, who insists he's the nicest guy around, but his actions tell a different story. Buckle up, because it's a wild ride. So I, 26M, live with Tom, 28M, who constantly boasts about how he's the ultimate nice guy. You know the type. Always talking about how women don't appreciate him, how they only go for bad boys, and how he's the perfect gentleman who just can't catch a break. Despite his self-proclaimed niceness, he's actually quite the jerk. Tom's favorite hobby is complaining about his lack of success with women, all while making creepy comments about any female friends I have over. He believes he's entitled to their attention just because he's nice. It's exhausting, but I've mostly learned to tune him out. That is, until he decided to make his latest dating disaster my fault. Last month, Tom finally got a date with this girl, Sarah, from his office. He'd been talking about her non-stop, convinced she was the one because she smiled at him a couple of times in the break room. When he told me about the date, I was genuinely happy for him, hoping this might be a turning point. The day of the date, Tom was a nervous wreck. He asked me for advice, and I gave him some basic tips. Be yourself, listen more than you talk, and don't try too hard. I thought he'd follow through, but I should have known better. The next day, Tom stormed into the apartment, red-faced and fuming. "Thanks a lot, man! You completely sabotaged my date!" he yelled. I was taken aback and asked him what happened. Here's the story. During the date, Tom decided to follow some nice guy advice he found online, which included bragging about how nice he is and bashing every other guy as jerks who don't deserve women. Apparently, he spent the entire evening talking about himself, his exes, and how he's always been wronged. Sarah, unsurprisingly, was not impressed. She made an excuse to leave early, and Tom was left alone at the restaurant. As if that wasn't bad enough, Tom was so focused on complaining about his bad luck that he didn't notice he had spinach stuck in his teeth the entire time. Sarah texted him afterward, politely explaining that she didn't feel a connection. Tom's response: he called her ungrateful and told her she'd regret not choosing a nice guy like him. Tom blamed me for not giving him better advice, claiming I should have known he needed more specific instructions. I couldn't believe my ears. I told him he needed to look in the mirror and realize that being genuinely nice isn't about bragging or feeling entitled to someone's affection. He didn't take it well and sulked in his room for days. Since then, Tom's nice guy behavior has only intensified, but at least now he knows better than to ask for my advice. It's frustrating to live with someone who can't see their own flaws and constantly blames others for their problems. The moral of the story: being a nice guy isn't about self-proclaiming your goodness or feeling entitled to rewards. It's about genuine kindness and respect, something Tom clearly doesn't understand. Thanks for listening, Reddit. Maybe one day Tom will get it, but I'm not holding my breath.